I am Ross. Joining me is Ian, and with a little bit of a frog in my throat, but trying a new beer, we are attempting to drink Nova Scotia Dry. We happen to have two Dunkelweizens to compare. This is German wheat beer. The lower alcohol percentage of the two is the 4.6 alcohol by volume Plowman's Dunkelweizen from Saltbox. This beer honors the arrival of German settlers to Lunenburg in 1750 to 1752. Plowman's is a copper brown beer with all the flavors that a wheat beer can offer. It tastes of sweet maltiness and chocolate-like character with a hint of cloves. Quite curious. They say copper. That is a nice dark copper to it. That's very, okay. And then there's the chocolatey kind of in the middle. That's banana bread. But that did everything I think it was supposed to. So I feel like there is room for a smoother mouthfeel, where there was some sort of, if not clovey, some sort of kind of bitter something in the middle at the very tail end of it. So I won't go as high as a 9, but I will happily give that an 8.8. Because I think in my imagination drinking that, I think a little bit more chocolate and a little bit less, or and a bready flavor. You know, the breadiness of a good wheat beer, a really good wheat beer.
Never mind.
To recap, we both liked the first one, and you gave it an 8.5, and I gave it an 8.8. So the Annapolis Brewing Company Dunkelweizen German wheat beer. This one was also a 5.4% ABV. The German-style Dunkelweizen can be considered a cross between a German-style Dunkel and a Hefeweizen, distinguished by the sweet maltiness and chocolate-like character. It can also have banana esters from Weizen ale yeast. Because when I smell this, I don't know what I'm getting. Are you getting a banana smell off that?
No, I'm getting it now. There is a bit of banana-iness in there.
Less sweet.
Less sweet, thicker, tastes a little stronger.
Malty, creamy, smooth up front, and then about in the midway, that's when there's a chocolatey flavor does take over. I think this is a delicious brown. Pretty sure it's no Dunkelweizen, this one.
I'm not tasting what I expected to taste, is where I'm going with that, yeah. Richer, it's a bit maltier, and it's a bit more as opposed to 4.6.
Where it's got, I think it's because slightly higher percentage, but it tastes whiskey-ish.
I'm enjoying this. It's how a dark beer should be tasting. I can't mark them because they're both good in their own way.
The Annapolis Dunkelweizen over the Plowman, the Saltbox Dunkelweizen, but I think the Saltbox one is more true to the genre of what it's trying to be. But the Annapolis one, I think, is barely an 8.0 or an 8.1.
I'm going to have to go for the Annapolis Royal.
I am as well.
Yeah, because I prefer the beer.
He's the one over there with his pants at his ankles, wearing the lampshade, singing Tura Lura at the top of his lungs. How does someone sit there for 58 minutes and not eat half a donut?